Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Make sure all this is working. Yes, and you can probably see my mouse going around the screen. Yay. All right. This is going to be pretty short. I just want to put something out here. Back in May, Unirock posted this. Now, most of you recall that I had a fundraiser back in the beginning of 2019 for the bending water test. At that time, I was not exactly rolling in dough, but I had a big idea and a big test, and I needed a lot of equipment, and so I held a fundraiser to which many people helped me out, and to which I'm still thankful for. Anyway, so in May, as part of his spreading of his disease, Unirock decided, because of the fact that I seem to be associated with, frauds or whatever, that it says, Sly and Sane, it's time for your fundraiser to be added to the list. Karis, to show your evidence, please. Now, the evidence he's asking for is the evidence that the funds were used correctly, blah, blah, blah. And not, as somebody else had put a little bit later, I think it was M2S, that said they wanted to make sure that my money was not funneled somehow to these frauds. Now, I left that alone because, this is just him just being a dick. So I left that alone. Well, this morning, he posted this. Mind you, this is Central European time, so it was actually about 2 a.m. his time. It says, Lie Insane's fundraiser has been busted. Okay. It is now considered a fraud raiser, which is basically it's him calling me a fraud. That is an actual accusation. Hello to everybody in the chat. I want to get through all this first. Let's see. And it says video to come. Okay, now basically all this is Unirock is still butthurt about the fact that the research that I did against the claims that he was making against Sean, which was only proven to be partially accidentally correct, the accusations that he was making against Sean, the evidence that he claimed that he had, didn't stand up. And I pointed that out in a very sober and straightforward research, and it didn't conclude what he said it concluded, even though in the end of the day there were problems, but nevertheless, my research that I did into his claims, because the proof that he now has he didn't have at the time, even though that didn't stop him from talking shit for over a year, my research still stands up, so I don't really care. But now he's calling me a fraud. This is a public declaration that I am a fraud. Now, he won't go into what type of fraud, even though he claims to have some kind of half-assed lawyer who's just nothing more than a sideline reporter who just seems to fail at telling all these people what the hell fraud means. And so, that's why he's doing this. Well, but like I said, this oversteps the line. This is actually him calling me a fraud. And that there's going to be a video to come, whenever the hell that is, which either won't come or whatever. So, I just want to first say to everybody out there, anybody who was associated with the people who showed up to my test, the people who were donators to my test, the people who actually donated money to the test, whether it was to the Indiegogo and then you got refunded after Flat Earthers had it shut down because they convinced Indiegogo that it was only a raffle instead of what the actual fundraiser was for, which only left 12 donators who didn't buy perks. Or if you were one of the people who donated over my PayPal, which I only posted under one video in that response, and I just barely covered the costs of the original plans. I came out of pocket on quite a few things, so I'm not worried about this. But anybody who donated, if you donated and got your money back and didn't donate to the PayPal, or if you donated to both or one or the other, I don't care. I need you to know that should you be asked or should you decide to volunteer information, I am 100% behind that because I have nothing to hide. Okay? As long as the information you're giving is factual, of course. So I have no problems with this whatsoever. Now, here's another reason why I'm putting this out here. This declaration of fraud right here. See, Uni has been enjoying the fact that legal costs for defending slander and various other things online is pretty expensive. And he's been enjoying the fact that the people he's been attacking do not have that kind of fluid funds. Well, I'm here to say this, and please listen very carefully, Uni. I am not one of those people. I actually do have the funds to at least start a legal defense against you calling me a fraud. And I have no problem doing it. Okay? So I'm anticipating and waiting for whatever lies that you want to tell that are attempting to discredit me. So at worst, I'll have you on slander. Even with this post here. Pretty much simple, right? It really is that simple. Okay? This is slander. You've been tap dancing around it, trying not to actually say it, but now you're actually saying it. You're calling me a fraud. So even if you don't release a video, this in itself, without an apology or an explanation, is you declaring me a fraud. So therefore, as I know I am not one, I can legally defend myself against that. This is slander. Or libel if you want to take it into the rich context version of it because of the fact that it's actually written. Okay? And those are punishable and finable offenses. Now, I won't be seeking any money from you because I know your broke ass doesn't have any. Okay? Living in your mom's basement. But I will say this. I will seek the legal costs back. And you know what's even funny? If I have to ask for help from anybody on the legal costs from this, they're going to get refunded whenever you decide to pay. That's how this is going to work. I don't need anything from you, don't want anything from you. Okay? And I'm not looking for punitive damages. So, people might ask, why do I care? Well, this is actually where it gets a little bit more personal. Why do I care about this? You see, Unirock a couple of weeks ago actually stated that he possesses my real name. Now, we can have all the talks we want about, yeah, but he said he wouldn't use it and all that other stuff. That's fine. Okay? But he possesses my real name. Okay? Now, my job, I am a DoD employee and I carry a clearance. And somebody stating that I am involved in some kind of fraudulent behavior actually threatens my clearance. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think he's going to put anything out that threatens my clearance. However, if he were to decide to get involved in my personal life, as he claims he has my real name, and claim that I'm involved in fraudulent activities, that threatens my clearance. And even if I'm found to be completely and totally not guilty on that, which I would be, yeah, that will have an impact on my clearance and it'll stay there. So you need to understand something, Uni. This I will defend. Okay? Because now you're playing with my livelihood, and yes, I am taking this as a threat to my livelihood. It seems all light and stuff like that, and lighthearted and all this other stuff, but it's not. Okay? If you come after me, and you don't got nothing, all I can say is, I feel for you, man. Okay? Because this is, yeah, I'm not taking this lightly. I'm taking it lightheartedly because I'm laughing at you, because I know that nothing, absolutely nothing, of my fundraiser was in any way fraudulent. Nobody else got any money out of it. Well, sorry, I gave 10 euros to Geo, but that was because of the fact that we needed the live stream for the thing, and he could get for, I think it was €10.99 unlimited bandwidth for 24 hours. So that would be the only person that you know of, meaning you know in this community, who received any money from this thing. Now, if you want to talk about people who helped me promote it, hell, I think even you helped me promote it, but I'm not positive on that. But I do know that at the time, we were kind of on good terms. I think I remember you saying if you mess with Sly Sparkane, you mess with Unirock. Only short time afterwards, when it came down to the FE core stuff. So I'm sure somebody could probably find a comment of, support Sly Sparkane for this. But if the only thing that you have to say is that people helped me promote this, you need to understand, man, that you calling me a fraud has nothing to do with that. And you stating right here that Lion Sane's fundraiser has been busted, it is now considered a fraud raiser. That's a direct hit against me, and I will not take it. I really won't. So, let me get off of that soapbox for a second, and I'll let you decide what you're going to do. But trust me, the only thing that I will accept to stop any action against you, even for this post, the only thing will be a complete and total retraction of any claims against me regarding this, and an apology publicly. That's the only thing that's going to stop you. I gave you a chance when you hinted to it before, but because of the fact that you didn't actually say that it was, I really didn't have much to go on. But right now you are calling me a fraud. So let's go ahead and go there. Anyway, so I have plenty of people in the chat. That's the end of that. I have plenty of people in the chat. Let's see. Oh, geez, where do I start? He'll just say that he wasn't referring to you when he said Lion Sane. Yeah, that's an interesting tactic, to not actually name people by name. That's what he did with Sean. He said, I spoke to the lawyer, which he didn't. He said, I spoke to the landlord, which he didn't. That's because he kept on saying the lawyer and the landlord, nothing to actually pin him to any phone calls or anything like that. Let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Hey, Justin, what's up? Let's see here. No different than his it's just my opinion bullshit. Yeah. So, Mr. X, Mr. Y, no. Bug 2 has not happened, but anybody who follows me on Twitter has seen that I was recently back there, getting some measurements and getting some, testing out one or two measurement things for Bug Light. We're going to be doing Bug Light next, because Bug Light may not require a crummy day to do. So we, my son and I went out to Bug, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I don't remember. And what we were testing was a device that I also showed partial pictures of, which I created for getting water level measurements from the canal itself. And so this is all in the works right now. See, the problem is, and people like Bev and all these other idiots have been basically taking advantage of the fact that Corona is going on to talk shit about me not doing this test again. I mean, I even put out a trailer that I was going to be doing it in the beginning of last year. However, right there, right after that Corona hit, and basically the restrictions against gathering and, what you're supposed to be doing outside and interacting with other people and all this other crap hit, and pretty much hit for the whole year. it's not to say that there wasn't maybe an opportunity in the middle there, but there is a thing here called, I have a life, I have a job, I have other responsibilities, so it takes planning to get that to happen. And in the middle of summer is not really the best way to do the original test. So that's kind of where that's at right now. Let's see here. From the top, let's see. Come out with. I bet you need. Wait, I bet you need. We'll come out with anything as a fucking coward. Yeah, well, I mean, you can. I don't know if he's scared of me, but I mean, his desires to discredit me stem only from the fact that he got me involved in this, and well, he didn't force my hand. Don't get me wrong, but going back and forth and constantly saying that I'm turning a blind eye to this and that, and I just saw it as a research challenge. I didn't have much else to do at the time, and so I did the research, and turns out that his claims did not arrive only at the conclusion that they claimed they did. So, he's been heard about that ever since, and my research that I did still stands. Let's see. You just arrived, and could I restart the stream? No. Oh, let's see who else we got here. Oh, I love the bricktop quote. Thanks, Gary. I know every word to that movie. I absolutely love it. And what do you call it? So, I guess in this case, I could be the nemesis. Let's see. Never given to you the work you've done. Hey, I appreciate that, Napalm. It's been a lot of work, and if you think about it, half the work that I do is for people who are just going to say nuh-uh anyway. Yeah, guilt by association is the card that he and others are playing. Well, wasn't he involved in the whole Kyle thing? I mean, I'm not versed on it, but he was involved in the whole fundraising for Kyle thing. That ended up getting squandered somehow or whatever that was. Yeah, and what do you call it? I seem to recall a certain time when I just made a comment to him, and he decided to go on a lying rant about me. So yeah, that's just what that is. I don't think he's watching, but I'm sure probably he'll hear about it. I just wanted to make sure that my response in this matter was not limited to, what is it, 90 characters or some shit, whatever Twitter's limited to. You mean like the video about against me that was supposed to have done and released nearly 2 years ago? Yeah, well, like I said, this could be another negative exponents moment where, he claims that has some drop dead proof against somebody and says that the video's coming out, and then it never comes out, and then when something finally comes out, it's just worthless crap. So, yeah. But anyway, if anybody happens to hear from Uni, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't doubt it if one or two of Uni's fans are listening to this. If you happen to hear of when this video is coming out, please let me know. I would really love to warm up some popcorn and watch it, because I'm guaranteed that it's going to be hysterical. I hope it's a short one, though. One of his 9-hour marathons of playing video games where he says he's spending time with his family. I'm sure I won't watch that. So, whatever the case may be. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long, guys. I appreciate all y'all stopping by, and I just want to make sure that my response is public, and I look forward to the video. And by the way, remember the date, May 20th, because, well, May 20th will play a part in this in a minute. Should there be anything that's actually posted by Uni and his bandwagoneers. The I doubt Uni will put it up on his main channel though. He'll put it over on his Rock a Lot channel so that when somebody actually does fight it back against it, then he'll only lose that little video gaming channel of his, you know. But that's just him being a punk. Anyway, I just figured I'd get my information out, and I hope all y'all have a great rest of your longer weekend. Thanks to the new holiday of remembering freedom. All right. So, anyway, no boom at the end. Still haven't figured that out. So I'll just say, y'all have yourselves a great day.